Yo, 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 yo. Am I up now? Is this up now? Let me reload and see. Okay, not live yet. So, as a rule of thumb and as a lesson learned from last time, I would wait. Try to reload the YouTube page till I see that it's live. Okay, I see one is live. Let's see. I don't know why I have to create multiple times for one to work, but let's see how it sounds on stream. I don't know why I have to create multiple times for one to work, but let's see how it sounds on stream. Okay, so quick one. I just quickly want to delete these two other reminders that I created just out of sheer desperation to get on stream on time. Today we are going to be knocking out some models from our list. I mean, I think by now we already know the mission. The mission is clear. The mission is direct. And the mission is very, very, very much achievable, I feel, at this point. Because I feel like I'm working at a rate where I'm probably comfortable with it. And then it's not exactly overwhelming, you know. I mean, I think I can do an hour, maybe an hour, 30 minutes, and be out for Bible study, and I won't be too worked up about it. Especially with the fact that we have a list already, I don't have to think about what to model, you know. So for today, I'm going to do traffic cones. I'm going to do. Let me not go off our promise. Let's do traffic cones first. You know, you never really can tell how this is going to pan out at the end of the day. So I want to pace myself and I want to move as calculated as I can. So we have this. I quickly want to check the stream and make sure that I'll make sure that I have no mistake with the audio and I have no mistake with the visuals. I want to pace myself and I want to move as calculated as I can. So we have this. I quickly want to check the stream and make sure that I'll make sure that I have no mistake with the audio and I have no mistake with the visuals. I want to pace myself and I want to. All right, cool. I'm going to close up all of these other YouTubes, all these other YouTube tabs that are opened. And yeah, on to traffic cones. Now, I did a little bit of Google search before the stream, and I saw that traffic cones had a variety of style and just a variety of the way they look. For example, you'd see something that is as straight as this. Let me zoom in. Then you'll see the regular traffic cone, and then you will see something that is cylindrical like this. So I want to create a little bit of variation in what I'm going to be creating, in what I'm going to be doing today. I probably would model several of it. Yeah. think I'm going to model several of it. For example, I think this can work. The only thing now is that I'm not sure this shows me the detail of what a traffic cone should look like. You know, it looks illustrated in a way. So I don't know if I should trust this. What's next? Southeast, west. Let me open this one and see. China EL equates the success. At this point, I think I'm looking for images that has about 4 or 5 of it together. So I don't have to work with a lot of different images. This is cool. I'll open this to the side. I think I want to open this to the side too. And I think that's cool. I'm saving this to the side because I think I'm also going to do road signs on the stream. So I just want to just save this to the side. Come on, man. Like, I need traffic cones. It's so hard to find. Okay. Okay, I'll start with this. And then I'm going to open this too to the side. I'm probably going to just work with the low fidelity image like that. I don't want to waste too much time trying to look for stuff to model. Zoom in. Then what else? Then this. I think that's all I'm going to be covering for the stream. I want to include, okay, I already have it here. Yeah, I already have it here. This looks like something I'm trying to do today. Okay, someone did something similar on ArtStation. Let's see. Okay, he has some barricades. He has some of this. Okay, I'm going to open this down and let this inspire me a little bit when building my own. Let me see. What's the cost? He kept it at $5. I probably wanted to put mine at 2. But let's go. I'll put this last on the list. Use that as some kind of a QC quality check at the end of the day. I also want to just zoom this down. All right, let's go. Welcome guys. I probably should have said some pleasantries in the beginning, but like there's no time. Let me check the stream again. I don't want to hear. Two persons on the stream. That's interesting. Who are those on the stream? Can you signify in the chat? Yep, we're good. So yeah, I'm going to be swiping right to just get a feel for what these images look like, and swipe left to just implement what I see. I'm not going for a one-to-one reference in this. I'm just going to use my eyes and what I'm seeing to create the 3D model. So we're just going to look for human references as we did yesterday. Rotate on the Z axis by 90. And this is a cool reference, I think. No, but I want to have this on the X axis, 90. GX. So this is solid. I probably want the cone to be around this size, just like so, close to the human. I think this is around roughly, especially for the cylinder, this is roughly the exact same size. So what I'm going to do first for the first model, I'm going to delete the vertices and GX. Delete the vertices, and I'm going to come out of the X-ray mode. And with this, I'm going to select all and just subdivide, just like so. And then what I'm going to do next, I'm going to select these faces right here. All of these faces. And in the top view, I would insert and then right click to change that into a circle. And then from this circle, I think we can create the cone easily. Let's see. Extrude for the cone, and there we have it. For this, I want to create the regular sized, just a regular sized cone. So I'm going to scale this on the Z and GZ, just like so. Scale GZ. Right? So we have a regular sized cone here. I think on the edges, we probably want to extrude this out just like so. And then we want to grid fill. Grid fill. So this is cool for the model. I think up top, what is usually going to be at the top is, it's not going to be flush flat just like so. It would usually, so for me to do this, let me see what I can use Mac Machine to offset that, or select the boundary loops and then offset that. Let's see. Okay, not possible. So what I'm trying to achieve with this, I'm probably going to have to delete the entire face, because I want to extrude this inward so it could serve as an handle when you're picking up the cone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete vertices. Select this, fill. Select this ES, and then EZ, just like so, and ES, fill. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to swipe, look at the cone briefly. I think this is the one I'm creating. Something that is normal sized, basically. I need a normal sized cone. Something like this. This is what I'm creating right here. So we would want to bevel all of this. So I would bevel this. Quick overview. I don't know if it's important, but I ought to have done this at the beginning of the stream. Maybe I'll do it on the next stream. I mean, I wouldn't want to be explaining, the essence of the stream all the time. So maybe at intervals, probably next stream I'll do that. So I'm going to select this. So what I'm trying to do now with this is just, I'm trying to bevel, right? So with this I can bevel, but before that I want to apply scale and then bevel all of that. Before I do that, I think these edges too should be included in that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to bevel all. In fact, before I bevel, I feel like I should keep this separate as a DOM file. And the reason why is that there are a lot of variations of this that I feel like I might have to recall this one to create those variations. So I'm going to put this in a dump, and I'm going to turn off that dump folder so I can bevel this without feeling that I might need to call it back for anything. I'm going to deselect this one because I feel like that should be a different width of bevel. Sweet. This right here, I think I'll bevel thicker, and then these edges right here would have a even bigger bevel. Cool. So we have our first cone. I don't know why this looks like this on this side, but I want to apply a one level subdivision and see how it's holding up. We have some stretching here. I'll just fill that in. And yeah, we have our first cone. I'm going to go to the shader editor and colors of a cone. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I think I landed on something that's pretty close. Only thing looks a little bit desaturated. So I'm going to saturate it a little bit and then tend towards more orange. So that's cool. I think in order to achieve this, I would do a wave texture. I think this is probably an easy texture to create. And then I'll change to an axis that works. That's this. And I'll scale this to where it looks good. So I want 2 straps. I'll bring in a color ramp node to create a contrast there and change this to constant. And I think this is about what I need. I'm going to bring this down a little. I want to, you see this space in between them? I want to make it much more closer. I don't know how I'm going to do that. How do I do it? Can I scale? Can I move location? I can move location, but okay, let me just move location on the Z just like so. Okay. Can I do UV? Let's see. For UV, I think this needs to change to X or Y. You know what? I'm going to change this back to the formal setup. And then let's just get the color that we assigned here. And we'll impute that color into black. I don't want to do this on the color ramp. Let me do this on, oh no. I think it can be on the color ramp. It's okay for it to be on the color ramp. And then this white would be there just like so. I think this is going to have a low gloss. However, I want to affect all of that with a noise texture. So right here, I'll pipe the I'll pipe this into the roughness, and you'd see that automatically it's already varying some parts to be so much more glossy than the others. But in order to have more control over that, I would bring in a color ramp and then modify the noise texture in such a way that it looks pretty. Yep. I also want to add in a little bit of dust. So I'm going to mix this into this our noise texture. So our noise texture have a little bit of this. I'm going to increase contrast again, bring in the color ramp right here, and then contrast that just like so. So I'm going to bring this up to the top, up here, and then change this to darken, right? I'm not seeing the black yet. I think I need to change this to a darker color so that I can see the stains of black on it. So yeah, this kind of shows that, okay, this is something that is being used. In order to even elevate that look even more, I don't like the distance between these two at all. I promise you, I do not like it. Let me see. How can I adjust the distance? Can I scale on just one axis? Okay. Still the same thing. Still the same thing. How can I fix this, man? If I can't fix it, I'm going forward. I'm not going to sleep on this. And it's really not a deal breaker. I think the only thing I would want to do is distort this a little bit so I can bring in a noise, texture, and bring in a mix color. Bring in a mix, no, not this. Mix color node. Put this right here, and this goes into the vector. And how is this done? There's a bypass method that I really learned recently. It's a way to bypass this thing. Is it like this? So I'm able to affect the distortion with the factor. So with this, I want to increase the details, increase roughness. And what I want to do is just affect the edges of this thing a little bit. Not this much, not this much. Bring down that detail. Bring down that roughness. I'm just going to increase detail slightly. Increase roughness slightly also. And I'm going to bring this factor back in. It's just a slight distortion. All right, first traffic cone done. GX, take it out of the way. And the next I'm going to be working on this. They're kind of the same, but a little bit taller. So I'm going to, in fact, call that back, Shift DX. And then this, I can go to the side view and GZ. I'm going to increase this. So for this, we're going to use a different texture. So I'm going to duplicate this, and then the wave texture I want to scale up. So this is the second cone, and I'm okay with it. Aside from, I think the glossy parts are prior to glossy, so I want to make those less glossy a little like this. This dark part indicates the really bright reflective side, and I want to make that a tad gray. Can I push the offset? Just push this out of the way completely. Don't know why you're disturbing me today, but God is the greatest. So I think right here I can select these edges and probably make this slimmer. Cool. GX, sweet. I quickly want to check the stream again because I want to be sure that it's All working fine. Hey, there's some people on the stream. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay, okay. I'm clicking into your guys' profile right now. Some messages on the stream. Let's see, let's see. Alex Bureau. Yo, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being on the stream. It means a lot. W's for Alex. Orion Concepts. Joe Baba. Sounds like someone that knows me from somewhere. I really can't place it right now, but yo, salute to you, man. Like, shout out to you for being, just even tapping into the stream is like, is a thing of joy. It warms my heart, 100%. Next, I'm getting emotional, so I'm just going to focus on the work today. We have a lot to cover. I'm going to model this one. I think I'm just going to do the easy ones first and just pace myself to the more difficult ones. This one is relatively easy. I still can repurpose what I have done here to create this one. So I'm just quickly going to undo and then Shift DX out of the way. And right here, I think the primary difference between this and the other ones is, I think the wave texture here has to be one strap, just one basically. And then I can scale just like so, and then offsets. So just this one strap is cool. But then the base, I just don't want to change the color of the base. I want to see what that base actually looks like. If it has more detail, then I really want to bring in more detail for it. And I think where I could see that is right here. Okay, I'm not seeing it, but I can use this base. I can use this base as an inspiration for that. So I'm going to take an inspiration from this base and just use that to create the black base. So basically what I'm seeing there is I'm seeing a loop right here. I think all of this right? All of this was selected. And how did you go about it? Or how do I go about it? Because there are a lot of different methods in order to create that detail. I'm going through an analysis paralysis right now because I don't even know what method to use. But what I'm going to, I'm just going to use. But what I'm going to, I'm just going to just. Why? These are triangulated. They shouldn't be triangulated. Tries to chords. No. All right. So I can select all of this. And then select more. Right? Shift R. And then I can extrude along normals just like so. Sweet. I also want to add one more detail right here. Just exercising from creative liberty to just add my own thing to it. 1, 2. Sweet. So the base, I'm going to select the base again and give that a different color. What time is it? Okay. I need to move faster actually. Not necessarily black 100%, like a gray color. And I'm going to increase the roughness and assign that to the base. And looking at this, I think it's too dark or probably too rough. There is no reflection whatsoever. So I want to bring in a noise texture to just affect that. I'm bringing a little bit of variation. I'll bring that into the roughness, and then with a color ramp, I will control where the reflective parts are and where the non-reflective parts are. I think this is good for me. The only thing is I want to make this a little rough. So this is cool. This is a third one, dx. So this is cool. This is a third one, dx or gx, add to the collection. The next, scale on the z-axis, scale down, scale on the z. So yeah, but I feel like this should have more detail. It shouldn't just be that plain. So let me see if there is more. Okay, there's a ridge up here and then the base looks different. So those are the two details I'm going to add in. And there's one that looks like this. So probably the second one I'm going to work on is going to look like that, basically. So yeah, we have this. I am going to I don't like how straight it is. It looks like something that doesn't have a solid balance. So I'm going to scale this a little on the base, right? And I will link material for, probably want to reproject that or apply scale. I don't know, the material looks weird on this. Let me see the stream again. I wonder what this Orion concept is. I wonder. Man, who are you, bro? Who are you? So we're just going to select the loops that we want to bevel, and I can just bevel this first, but let me apply scale and then bevel. This noise texture is not working for me at all. I promise you, like, it is not working. I think this one right here, no, this one, Control T, it is not working at all. Can I change this to the UV? And then just try to reproject. Better. Cool. So the base, we're going to come in here, R the loop, and right here I can extrude along normal, and right here I can also extrude this along normal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this right here, that's too wide. That base is too wide, so I can select all of that base and S Shift Z. No, I'll deselect this one right here. S Shift Z. Cool. S Shift Z. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So I can select more and then assign this to the black. Then for this, I can select these edges right here and just bevel those just like so. Sweet. So this goes into done, so I can shift DX, and the reason I'm shifting is that I want to make another iteration of this. So this right here, I'm going to select more and then delete those faces. Then right here, I can extrude on the Z axis. I can fill that face, fill that, and in order to create this, where is it? Oh, this one with the handle, I think it comes up, goes round, and we have a space down in the center. So I am going to extrude in, and then, oh, my dex is hurting me. I want to make this a square. I want this transparency a square, not a circle. Because looking at this, let me see. Looks flat. Then it goes round. SY. Scale up. Easy. Bring this all the way to the top. Right here. Can scale this. Easy. Bevel this. And then this right here, I can delete these faces, right? And then I think I can bridge these loops. Can I bridge these loops? Oh, what's going on now? Bridge loops. Shikina. I want to start adding supporting edges around certain places, and then I want to add in subdivision. Okay, so we have subdivision right there. So top here looks like this subdivision would need some support loops. So I'm going to add support loops right here. Looks like here would need support loops also. So I can Control B that. Maybe I want to include this to the support right there. That's cool. Let me switch it back on and see. think the only place that defaults with that is up top right here. So I would delete this face, and then I probably want to grid fill. So let's grid fill, and looks like it works. The only thing is that I'm going to select boundary loops and bevel that. Sweet. This goes into the done GX. I'm going to move it out of the way, and then I think the next on the list, on the hit list, that's a kill list. I think this one, I want to do this one. The only thing is that for that top part, for that top part, I probably want to, I don't know if I want to create an image texture for it, but no, I'll probably just use what we have going on here already. I want to vary this a little, make this different, vary it a little bit, and then offset it to the top. Sweet. The next is that it's like a barricade, and if my memory serves me right, it looks like this. Scale down, scale on the Z, and then we can scale on the Y just like so, scale on the Z again, and then we can go to edit mode and add loops to it, and then next thing I want to just change to solid mode, and then right here to add loops to it, and then up top I can extrude this up all the way like so, and in front here I can scale on the X. So right here I'll go to X-ray mode, GZ, and something I also want to do is add loops right here, and then these loops I also want to bevel them. You know what? I'm going to leave that top, come on here, GZ, add loops, bevel that loops, and then select that same loop and then bevel it again. Because I remember when I was looking at the reference just now, this part was opened, so I'm going to delete those faces and select you know what, these loops right here, I'm going to take them out. How can I do this? Dissolve edge, fill. So that's done. If I want to add a loop here, does it work? I think it works. If I want to add here, it doesn't work. So I probably need to add this loop back. Join. I can flip and mirror this to the other side. So up top right here, I can scale on the x-axis, GZ, and then I'll call the cursor to that top. I'll bring in another cube, scale down, scale it on the Y, just like so, and then scale it on the X, GZ. All right. So let me just take last looks and see if there's anything I'm missing. I think I captured all that needs to be captured. Aside the ridge should be smaller and it should have an inverted shape, not just straight up like this. So right here, I'll select this and scale it on the x-axis and select the entire top, bring that down, and that includes this top too. So I'm just going to mirror this to the other side and commit that. Something I also saw that was not there in the other one was this space right here, but I'm going to keep mine because I feel like just same thing with the visual language that we're working with for the cones where we have this um, clear space around it. I feel like it should apply to this one too. So I'm going to keep that, and then I can go on to just add in a general bevel to where I feel like should have a bevel. So I'm just going to be selecting places that I think, or instead of doing that, I can just apply a bevel modifier. Yeah, thank you. I was already going around to select each bevel. Sweet. Same applies to this. Or what I'll just do for this is come on to, okay, no, I can apply the bevel, but I want to apply the scale first and then apply the bevel again. Then right here, I want to curve the top. So yep, we got it. Do I want to curve this part too? I'm looking at this now and it feels like it should also curve. Yeah. That makes sense. So I'll bring in orange material. Let's go into material preview. Yeah, I like what this is looking like. I won't even lie. The only thing is that this is going to be different. So I'm going to link material to this one and make this different. And what I'm trying to do is those wave texture, I will just resolve all that to 0. And then right here, I want to rotate exactly just like so. Because I see, yep, and they're just 3. So I want to increase the scale of this wave texture even more. So they are just 3. I can move this a little bit out of the way. Just like so. And yeah, I think this is pretty much it. The only thing I would want to do right now is make this thicker, one. And then I don't want this to be flush all around the borders. So I want this to be inserted and then extruded along the normal first, and then I can invert and maybe make this a different texture. I'm going to put this, I don't want to put this as black, too much. Let me apply this and then make it a different texture to where I can sort of I can remove all of this waves texture, all of this. Like this is not needed at this point. This is not needed. These two are not needed. Yeah. Do I want this to be metallic? Let's see, let's try. So which one is giving me the black and white of the wave texture? That's this. But I want to send this into the metallic, right? And then what's next? Bring in a color ramp. Change that to constant. And let's see where this is going to occupy. Cool. This right here, I want to change to this plain color. So I'm going to change this to material 5. No? Material 6. Nah. I have to bring in the white one. Even this metallic color safe. I don't think I'm feeling it. Nah. Take it out. And yeah, this all about this one. I can parent this to this and GX, move that out of the way. Next I'm going to be modeling. I think I'm done with this tab. I want to do the cylinder next. Before I do the cylinder, let me do, if you look closely, you see there's a plane of this one and there's a plane of this one. So I want to make the plane for both of them and add to the collection. So that would just be a low hanging wing that I can just grab sharp. Shift D, move this down here, frame to selected, and all I can do is just change this to frame 6. Easy. GX, that's 1. And this right here, I can shift D, bring this selection to the cursor, and this right here I can change to this material. So we're good. GX. Wow, so much people on the chat. That's crazy. Big Joe, are you streaming on Twitch too? Okay, I go subscribe. Hey, this Daniel, like, I know this guy. I know him on Instagram. No, not Twitch, or just YouTube. I'm trying things out, man. Nothing serious for now. Hello, I'm a sub. Since I came across your Logitech video, I was wondering if you could convert this file to a solid model, because now it has surfaces which are not 3D printable. Is that possible? Keep it up, bro. Love these videos. I don't know how. I'm really not clear on what you're asking about. File to a solid model, because now it has surfaces which are not 3D printable.